Listeners of this podcast have heard me complain too many times about how Virginia high school basketball is watered down. There's too many state champions. The old Northern region teams are guaranteed a spot in the state final. There are so many reasons why the state tournament lacks the prestige of the tournaments of yesterday. Um, for example, one of the best programs in on the girls' side is Princess Anne, and Princess Anne is in Virginia Beach, and they will never play, for example, Madison or our top teams from up here, and up in the boys' classifications. Traditionally, the teams from the former Eastern region, in the Hampton Roads area, they have the strongest basketball programs. Most of those schools now are Division 5 or Class 5. So, we're going to have two state champions at the highest level. We will not know who's the best after the games are over and after the state championship is ended. When I've argued that we should go back to the old way, obviously there's pushback. So I guess people think there's more money to be made in the current status. Obviously, we have the everyone wins a trophy mentality where every school has to be district champ, and we want everyone to win, and that's great. So there's going to be pushback to radical change of the class system and the way it is now. One simple change could be, keep the regional district system the same. So if you want to have hundreds and hundreds of district and regional champions, that's fine. Have many. Continue to have 6 classes. And if that makes everyone happier and feel great about their season, let's stick with that. But at the state level, we should collapse the 6 classifications back to 3. So for the state tournament, all the regions get 2 teams representing that region. But the 5 and the 6s will play in one state bracket. The 3s and the 4s will play in a second state bracket. And the 1s and the 2s will play in the third state bracket. So we'll end up with 3 state champs. It's not going to be perfect. John Marshall, the number 1 team in the country, is still going to be in the lowest classifications because I think someone feels that's the best way it should be. But at least we're going to move towards a real state championship. And, when the games are over in a few weeks, in the future, hopefully one day we'll feel like we know who's the best and we'll have a state championship that's memorable. As the way the high school sports, and especially basketball, are organized and structured today, only the supporters go into the games. So we are doing a good job of getting supporters to go. We have home sites at state tournaments, at regional tournaments, which is not something traditionally is considered fair for tournaments, but it is good for gate revenues. But the overall brand of high school sports is going to suffer if you cheapen what a state champion means. You're going to lose the neutrals. So I think you need to protect the brand. I think one simple way to do that is to just have 3 state champions and just collapse the 6 classifications at the state level. That will be simple and it can be done next year. I hope they will start looking at changes to make it more interesting and to make the postseason even more meaningful, because we have great coaches, great players, and we have great fan support. So I think we should continue to improve the brand of Virginia high school basketball. Thanks for listening.